Hello everybody, and welcome to another horror story video. This one is a Let's Not Meet. This is not my story. This is uploaded by HD Pants, so everything that you're about to hear is by him. Let's get started, shall we? I never saw his face. Today, I want to talk about Jake. When I was 21 in college, I went to a very large school, one of the biggest. I commuted, so every day I'd park in the back lot of one of the many designated parking areas and bus pickup areas around campus. This lot was tucked behind 4 others, and while there were always a few dozen cars when I got there in the morning, I almost never saw anyone. When I walked up from my rusted station wagon to the bus stop up front, on the last day of the semester, I got off the bus and walked to my car. When I got in, I noticed a slip of paper under the windshield wiper. It said something along these lines: "I've been watching you. You're really pretty, and I think we get along. I'm Jake. We should talk. Text me at 555-5555. At first I was flattered. I'd had a boyfriend at the time who was distant emotionally and physically. He lived in another state, and it was nice to be complimented. I went home that day happy about it. When I got home, I showed my mom and the sister the note. They both looked up to me, concerned. "Do you know who this is?" "No, but it's nice, right?" "I'm not gonna call him or anything." "Dude, think about it. You can't recognize him." "So?" "So it says he's been watching you. He knew what car you drove. He knew you parked in a secluded back lot. Dan, that's not good." I thought about what they were saying. I couldn't think of a single person I'd see around that back bus stop or lot. But Jake was able to pick me out. Was he just doing a move, leaving the note? Why didn't he just come up and say hi one of the times he was watching me? They were right. The more I thought about it, the stranger sounded. And that day on, I switched up where I parked, across the 4 lots. The next one is His Name Was Al by Dabdazoo. Alright. This occurred about 20 years ago, when I was in my early 20s. I worked at a bar, part-time. The bartenders were all women, the youngest being 18, and the oldest being in their 30s. It wasn't usually a super busy bar, but it was long, so frequently we had 2 bartenders working, and we did gossip about some customers. It was frequently by more regulars than the random kind of customers. The closing bartender was never alone. The regulars that would stay until close and make sure one door was locked before leaving the other door, with that being locked behind them. We also had a guy that worked when the bar was closed, cleaning and stocking. there was a rare regular that would come in every few weeks. His name was Al. He was probably in his 40s, balding, glasses, and absolutely all the looks that would blend into the masses as being generally very plain. For the first time I observed him, he was quiet. Yet the whole time he was there, hour, he was there for an hour maybe. He stared at me, giving me an incredibly creepy feeling, like he was a serial killer or worse. But I have an overactive imagination. I talked to bartenders that have been there longer. They all got a creepy feeling at first, but he was shy, and a fairly nice guy. Although, one bartender that was no longer there always had that creepy feeling, but it was only a feeling. So the next few times he comes, things aren't as bad. He still stares, and I would wish he would sit on the other bartender's side, but it's tolerable. Small talk. And he usually has a couple of drinks. The other bartenders and regulars know I don't feel comfortable with Al. So of course, they like to watch for amusement. Fucking shut up! They all know he is staring in that undressing you with my eyes kind of way. But he never says anything creepy. Well, one night he came in a little later than normal. He has the normal 2 drinks, and things are pretty normal, if being stared at is normal. Then he orders an unusual 3rd drink. It is much closer to the time the other bartender can leave. It is my closing shift. As I set his drink down, he says, "Can I ask you a question?" I tell him to go for it. "Do you like me?" I am now very uncomfortable, but trying for the easiest letdown. I respond, "Well, yeah, I like you as a friend." "No, you like me more than that. You just don't know it." "Wait, what?" "No, I don't like you like that." I walked over to the other bartender and told her. She stayed until he left. I didn't make any contact and ignored him the rest of that 3rd drink. But even at the other side of the bar, I could feel that creepy stare turned into if looks could kill. So, that night, my closing regulars took extra care on checking for lurkers outside and would call if they saw anything unusual. The night guy made sure I was able to check my car before getting inside and was pulling out of the parking lot before actually locking the door. He didn't return the rest of the time that I worked there. If I remember this correctly, the bartender that was working when I went to pick up my final paycheck said he stopped in right after my last night. Glad I missed that meet. Well, this has been 2 Let's Not Meet stories. I hope you did like it. I hope you did enjoy. And yeah, so I finally figured out how to put the music in the background. Yay! So if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe down below if you already have not. And I have a question for you guys. If you guys met someone like this, What would you say when they said, "Do you like me?" Comment down below on what you would say, and I will see you guys in the next video.